So I feel virtually I've known Rajiv ji for a long time. So quite a number of years back, when I got inspired with the Hindu activism work and I started looking for people who were in the space, I found out about Infinity Foundation and Rajiv ji through it. And I started watching a lot of their videos and YouTube videos, and I really got so inspired that I became I started donating to the foundation. So even before I met him, I have been an avid supporter of Infinity Foundation because of the kind of work they were doing. And then I got to meet him in Scotland when he came there, and I will share a little anecdote. When I met him, and I had just been chosen as, in the official capacity of Hindu rep, and I was sitting quietly in the corner because I didn't want to, I didn't know what to say, and if I said something that would become troublesome. Someone in the audience asked Rajiv ji a question about why is it that Hindus don't get respect, and something that I at the time thought controversial. And before anything could happen, he just put the camera on me and said, I would like Richa to comment. And I got really inspired, and I gave a really passionate answer to that. And having given that answer, I got really worried that if that became, then I could land into trouble. I mean, totally irrational fear, as I say. But so I texted Rajiv ji to say not to put that. And he really told, you've got to be an intellectual Kshatriya. And he put the whole clip with subtitles. So because there was no mic, it was not clear. So I feel my first lesson in being an intellectual Kshatriya and what it is, and not really shy away from that lesson came from there. I've kept in touch ever since. His flight got delayed, and then I got to take him around and spend a little bit more time having dinner with him. And then ever since, I have kept in touch through WhatsApp groups. He likes sending these WhatsApp messages, which voice messages. He never texts. And those voice messages are all lesson in themselves. So whenever I have a problem, or if there is a situation that I feel like he could give me a good input, I send him a message and he sends me a voice message back. And now, of course, with this conference, I'm here and I got to interview him and had a conversation and see his setup. So I feel if there was a space of Guru Shishya, I think I could easily call Rajiv ji my guru, and some of the work that he's done, it's all textbook for us for generations to come. So I'm really honored to have spent this much time with Rajiv ji and to be inspired by his work. I feel like I have all the books, except I was just saying the Sanskrit non-translatable is not something that I have, and I would like to get that book as well. But I've had all his books being different. Everyone loves. I've also got Snakes in the Ganga. I've also AI, artificial intelligence. I found that a very difficult read. I've still not finished that book, but I will finish it at some point. So I've been inspired by a lot of his work. I've seen most of his videos online, and every video is a lesson in itself, and you get some information that you will find nowhere. I think the key concept, not from his book, but generally his persona and what his actions and would be, being fearless and being, committed to the facts, basically, because nothing he says is without putting in an evidence. So if you're saying something that is evidence-based, you shouldn't shy away from it, and you have to be a real intellectual Kshatriya. That's my real lesson from Rajiv ji. So my message to what I really feel, whether he likes it or not, he's already inspiring a generation of future scholars and influencers, and I really feel that formally that mantle has to be taken up by Infinity Foundation, and bringing more people actively, people who may not have a direction or may not know where, they might have a skill set and not know where to take that skill set. He can bring that informally as a guru. So my advice for Infinity Foundation would be is to do it more actively and create more legacy going forward as well. In fact, today we had a whole discussion on Hindu phobia and why the word Hindu phobia. So Scotland in particular has criminalized hate crime, and a lot of the work that we are doing on the Hate Crime Act and Hindu phobia is based on some of the work that he's produced in the past. So this, if it goes forward and becomes a policy, goes to the UN, then a lot of the credit has to be given to Rajiv ji for sowing the seeds, so to speak. The concluding comments is only that may Ishwar give Rajiv ji a really long life and a healthy life so he can inspire us all for generations to come.